Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 161. Big Neve. I had to do an extended epic intro to this episode of Weekly Word because it's been a few weeks, man.
161 of the best.
And I think you've got one way of explaining why.
Well, we can show the video later on.
Yeah, no, we are going to show the video later on.
I don't know if you see
But
mine.
you're a little bit out of frame there. But Neve's left arm is there's the black on black. That's why you can't see. Neve's left arm is in a sling at the moment, post pec reattachment surgery.
Yes.
That's why we haven't been shooting Weekly Word for the last few weeks.
I mean, for 3 weeks.
Big
really.
Neve hasn't been here.
3 weeks.
He's been dealing with fucking torn pecs and shit.
It actually is true. Yeah, I've been shooting it for 3 weeks.
We haven't shot an episode of Weekly Word for almost a month, so those numbers would work.
Yeah.
Anyway, topics of discussion. Neve.
All right, so we got back in stock, new products coming soon. What's up? What went wrong with my pec and your hamstring? Hamstrung it was.
Hamstrung, absolutely.
And ask Neve.
Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word. We got a lot to catch up on, guys, so we're going to fly through these topics of discussion so we can get to the juice, because I know you guys want to see the video of both Neve's torn pec and my torn hamstring. The 180 kilos got us both. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Yep.
All Ghost everything.
Everything. Ghost Legend.
No hair.
Huh?
No hair. Not showing your hair.
Fuck, it's been that long.
No. All right.
No, I know. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock. Oh, yep.
That's better.
You did do it before.
I know. Well, we've been shooting. We've shot. This is the 4th video that I've shot today, and so I've had the hair out for most of the videos. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put a hat on, and now it's fucked up the hair. It was looking quite good, but do need to go see Robbie again. So probably not this week because there's a little bit of growth left in it. But and it's really fucking hard to get to the chop shop at the moment with all the roadworks on King William Road.
Not that hard.
No, it is. It's difficult. Difficult to get to MassiveJoes Hyde Park too. We're on the same fucking street. So I might leave it till next week. See how we go.
I went and got a haircut last Saturday.
Yeah.
For the first time in like 4 weeks and saw
Yeah.
him. I finally saw him.
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's good.
I know. I saw him last week too. No, the week before.
Saw him on
Fuck,
Saturday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't track of everything. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Hit him, babe.
So all Ghost everything. So Ghost Burn, Ghost Whey, Ghost Pump, Ghost Legend, Ghost Whey Vegan, everything back in stock.
All flavours as well across all products goes back in stock.
Primabolics Grind Red Frogs.
The MassiveJoes Red Frog, infamous, I'd go so far as to say, Red Frog flavour Primabolics Grind back in stock.
Redcon 1 Total War, all 7 flavours.
All 7 flavours, including a new one that you guys are going to find out about in a second. Limited edition release, as a matter of fact.
Primeval Labs Mega Pre Black, all 6 flavours.
All 6 flavours of Mega Pre Black back in stock.
Sparta Hydro Shred, all 6 flavours.
All 6 flavours Sparta Hydro Shred, including your personal favourite, the pineapple. Back in stock.
ISO 100, all sizes, all flavours.
Everything ISO 100 back in stock.
And Rule 1 Protein, everything.
All the proteins from Rule 1, including the isolate, the blend, the gainers, the fucking everything from Rule 1 in all flavours and all sizes is back in stock. That was a big shipment of Rule 1 come. I don't know if you saw it coming rolling in the warehouse.
No.
Took up the whole dispatch area. Shit was fucked. Crazy.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products.
Hit 'em, baby.
Redcon 1 Total War White Walker flavour.
So this is a new limited edition flavour of Redcon 1. Redcon tend to do these limited edition flavours every 3 to 6 months, let's say. The White Walker flavour obviously themed after, it's Game of Thrones, right?
I've never watched it.
I don't watch it. I think it's Game of Thrones.
I assume it is.
If it's not, it's going to be awkward as fuck. But I'm pretty sure it is.
No, they got snow in that movie, don't they?
Yeah,
Snow.
it must be the White Walker.
Yeah, it has to
anyway, apparently, I haven't tried it, but the flavour is apparently supposed to mimic White Monster, which technically is grapefruit flavour. Not a lot of people know that.
Right, just
They think
something
white. They think it's like a lemonade, but it's actually not. It's a grapefruit-based flavour. Is White Monster, which is apparently White Walker.
Who knows you can actually eat grapefruit?
No, you can. It's very good for you, apparently. I don't know. I don't do citrus. I don't fuck with citrus. I don't think. Guess who's back?
America Labs Guts.
Neve's back.
America Labs Guts and Glory.
Yes, the all-new organ health supplement from America Labs, which has gone straight into my personal supplement stack. I'll be honest, does not taste good.
No.
Fucking struggle to drink the Guts and Glory. I think I might even have to just take it straight to the head, to be honest. It kind of spoils my, not that my morning supplement shake is good because there's a lot of shit in it, but the Guts and Glory just tops it off. Anyway, very unique, very well dosed organ health supplement, the Guts and Glory from America Labs, are now available.
Yep. America Labs Uncle Bam.
The capsule form fat burner from America Labs, finally available for the very first time in Australia.
Have you tried it?
No, actually I have. I say no. I haven't tried it here, but I did try it in the US, and it's quite good. I didn't mind it. I just prefer powder form fat burners myself because I like the flavors.
Josh has one here in the office.
Yeah.
He's doing a written review about it, but he's also been using it.
Uncle Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he offered me one, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather drink it. Really.
I like the experience of the joy of drinking my fat burner.
Yep, next. TMJ Apparel Fuse hoodie, zip-up hoodie and cropped hoodie in grey, burgundy and olive. Yeah, the
TMJ Apparel Fuse collection continues to grow with 3 new colours in those 3 products in the Fuse collection.
TMJ Apparel MVP crew neck, grey and black.
Now this is the men's crew neck. We're calling the MVP crew neck, available in both grey and black.
TMJ Apparel embroidered cropped crew neck, blush pink and slate.
And this is the ladies' version of the crew neck, and embroidered instead of printed, and cropped as well in the 2 colours, the blush pink and a slate.
TMJ Apparel arm blasters.
Finally, the arm blasters are available, performance arm blasters, as a matter of fact. Also, for the very first time from TMJ Apparel. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon. So we've got Action Stage Fried, which is their high-strength capsulated fat burner.
Fired. You said fried.
Oh, I am fried, that's the problem.
You can eat more fried things when you have the fired. Because
I get you,
you know that.
Action Stage elbow grease.
Just back to Fired. Boss Josh and I actually shot an episode of Basic Breakdown on Fired, which will be live on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel next couple of days for you guys. But that should be his start of August, along with
Action Stage elbow grease,
which is their joint health supplement, and
Action Stage the grind and hydraulic in Shark Bite.
In the new flavour, the Shark Bite, which is, do you know what the flavour of the Shark?
Like blood orange flavour.
Is it? So I'm going to fucking hate it. Man. These fucking citrus flavours everywhere. Yeah. The White Monster Total War, not interested. The Shark Bite fucking hydraulic and grind, not interested.
You like White
the
Monster.
Fucking the 3D energy in the Fanta Pants flavour. Not interested.
Yeah.
Give me the non-citrus flavours, please. Yeah. Supplement gods.
So they'll all be here start of August.
Yeah.
Arms Race Nutrition entire line.
Yes.
End of August.
Should be launching here at the end of August. So we're going to have a confirmed launch date for you guys in the next couple of weeks. But that's going to be a pretty big launch. Arms Race has just gone absolutely bananas in the US and the UK as well since its launch at the end of June.
Yep. TMJ Apparel Baller Shorts.
Launching this Friday. Could actually be live already by the time this video goes live, but very, very soon.
TMJ Apparel Staple Monogram tees.
Wearing a pair at the moment. The Staple Monogram tees are the ladies' lady-specific tees, which will be launching on Friday next week.
And the TMJ Apparel Heritage Zip-Up hoodies.
Which are our new heavyweight hoodies, which will be launching Friday the week after. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Can we just say that those apparel is actually available in the MassiveJoes retail stores, though?
Yes, they are. Technically, haven't launched officially online, but if you do live near a MassiveJoes retail store, you can go in there and get all of those items of apparel pre-launch right now.
What's up?
Oh, what you got this week? I'm interested to know what your post-surgery recovery supplement protocol
I've
looks
only
like.
been using one supplement.
Yeah.
And that is, I went to MassiveJoes Gawler Green, because my dad's now the manager out of the Coles out there again.
Yeah. And
I went in there to see him, but I went into the MassiveJoes Gawler store, which is good to get out there again, because I haven't been out there in a while.
Yeah.
And I bought a Ghost Vegan in the peanut butter flavour.
Thoughts?
Delicious.
Vegan. Really?
Yeah.
You not fucking with?
No, I'm serious.
No, I think you're taking
No, it tastes very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it taste vegan though?
No.
It doesn't have
It's
like
got
the gritty vegan.
It's got the slight vegan flavour.
Yeah.
But definitely the number one vegan protein I've ever tried.
Okay. I'd say I'd give it a shot, but I know that that's a lie, so I'm probably not going to give it a shot.
It was delicious.
Good for you.
Well, I wanted something peanut butter.
Happy to hear it.
I wanted something peanut butter.
Yeah, so why don't you just go Ghost Way?
We're waiting for a restocking there, so I won't go vegan.
Oh, out of stock.
Yeah.
So you had to go to vegan.
Fast. Well, we had all the other flavors.
So you were forced.
Like blueberry toaster and all those kind of ones.
Yeah.
I didn't really want them.
Yeah. I'm going to pick a protein flavour as well as my WhatSupp of the week because I busted open a brand spanking new fresh tub of Patriots Way in the Yankee fucking Doodle flavour, which is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavour. And that's what and you see I have it every morning here at MJHQ as my first meal of the day. It is fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
You have been having the Choco Chubby Nuts before.
I got the chubby Choco Nuts as well, which I went through a tub of that, and then I was like, I don't really feel like a chocolate-based flavour. I want to mix it up a little bit. I felt like the cinnamon, so I went the Yankee fucking Doodle, and I forgot how good it is. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
One more time. It's ridiculous. One of the best sludge-making flavours we've seen thus far. In the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oof. Unbelievable. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
What went wrong?
Oh, fuck. All right, so I think what we're going to do, because I know everyone's chomping at the bit, so I think we're just going to play the video. We're going to play two parts. We're going to play the Instagram story of me saying, you're not gonna bench that, are you?
Yeah.
You should be squatting that weight. And then we're going to play the actual video of you tearing your pec and me tearing my hamstring trying to save your life.
Yep.
All right, Dilip, go for it. Mate, quick question. I feel like you've racked this up a little bit too low for a squat. It's way too low for a squat.
Bench is a bit crooked on second look.
You're not going to bench that, are you? Fuck.
Rag hanging west side, that's what we banging. Crucifix swinging up my t-shirt, twisting my fingers and pile off-white tee, mask off black. A beat track suit, drawstring choking the neck. Got a couple bullets in it, thanks to sliding the rented. Jumping out the window, fuck the world and everything in it. I'm a west side, niggas ego tripping and walking fast. Listen, so we talking in coast to keep them off us. Draco, told it, 36 shots down. Julio got me loaded, don't think I'm not gon' mob on niggas. My fitness, my triggers. Don't get your punk cats killed on Instagram live. Nigga, my niggas rob niggas, buried you alive. Let the bullets live inside niggas, ain't nowhere to hide. It's survival with a fittest, boy, you fucking with the realest. Glock 9.
Alright, so just horrible. Like, from your perspective, pretty much like bodybuilder's worst nightmare. I think probably the worst two things that can happen that like you wish you just have to never experience. One is a torn pec, and the other is a torn bicep.
I think torn bicep, would. I hate to say torn bicep because you know how the torn bicep retracts down the arm.
Yeah.
And you see like. The thing is that when it happened, is obviously I felt it going as it was going, and then it was obviously snapped. But the problem and you see this as well. You can see in the video if you slow it down. But you actually saw the pec like raised out. Yeah. Because it became. I snapped the pec and the tendon in half. Yeah.
Let's get the slow motion footage, even a screenshot on screen at the moment, so you guys can see what Neve's talking about.
But yeah, there. So so I've got a 7 centimeter gash there. So the tendon and the pec snapped in half. So the tendon shot back that way, and the pec came out this way. But when you actually was watching there, all I could see was my pec sitting out. I'm like, my pec's not meant to be there. Yeah. So that's how I knew that I'd done some serious damage, because my pec was just sitting out so far. Yeah. And then I went into shock, and I'm like, fuck, I don't feel good. Yeah. And then, so I knew something bad had happened, but yeah. At what point did you tear the hamstring though?
Well, I'm just about to explain that, because like from my, you can't hear it on the video because of the background audio. We had the music, we had some new game pumping quite loud. But so there was a couple of things from my perspective. So I was spotting, and I had a bird's eye view straight down, right? So a couple of things happened. The first thing that happened was the sound. I don't know if you remember the sound, but the sound was like I thought you'd broken a bone, because it was that much of like a popping sound, it was like something had broken.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, he's like broken a shoulder or an arm or some shit. The sound was like, ugh. I can't, like, even thinking about it still gives me chills. It's bad. And then the second thing was I'm looking down and I see exactly what you're explaining. I see your pec like retract halfway up your chest. I'm like, fuck. He's torn a pec. Like immediately I knew with the sound and then the retraction, and I'm thinking about it, and I like it was like slow motion. I was like, fuck. But the problem is like I was there to spot you, obviously, but I wasn't. It's not like you haven't done that weight before.
I did 170 the week before very easily.
And this is what I want to get into, what went wrong, because a lot of people have said, like, what went wrong? Was it a PB? Was he not warmed up? Blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about that in a second. But because you had done this before, I was only really prepared to spot and preparing myself to spot if you just couldn't get it up.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting you to go down, apply some force, the weight starts moving, and if it stopped moving, then I'm going to help you get it up from a spotter's perspective. What happened, and I think the reason why I ended up tearing my hamstring as well, was because you tore your pec on the way down.
Yeah.
Which is, so I've been around 3 torn pecs now. Jamie Skippen was the first. Shane was the second, and then yours was the third. And the other 2 that I'd been around were on the way up.
Yeah.
Right. So really, when the tech's under maximum tension, when it goes from being in the fully stretched position to a contracted position, that's when the pecs both teared, and both of them made more of like a Velcro tearing noise, whereas yours was like a fucking broken bone noise, and yours went on the way down.
Yeah.
So when you failed, and Dylan, let's get some screenshots or some footage up here. So when you've come down and you've hit that point of failure, I'm not in any sort of position to actually spot.
No.
But I freaked the fuck out. Yeah. So I've just just fucking grabbed what I can grab and just started applying force however I could apply force. And you guys can see it was my left hamstring that went, but you can see, and if Dilip slows it down or gets you a screenshot, you can see that my knee actually snaps backwards, and that's where the hamstring went. And I was actually, so I've shown my physio this footage, and he was like, dude, you're pretty lucky that you didn't do an ACL because of the aggressiveness of the knee snapping backwards, because I just freaked the fuck out. I'm like, I have to grab this to get this off Neve. There's no way I'm gonna lift 180 kilos from a not prepared position. And so that's when I've done my hammy, is my foot has ended up forwards, I've snapped my knee back, the hamstring's gone. But at that point, you were still under the weight because that was the side that dropped. So I've like gone to the other side, lifted it off, and you've come out and you've grabbed your chest and I've grabbed my hamstring, and it was a fucking disaster.
It was funny because they thought that, because they originally thought that the tendon had snapped off the humerus.
Yeah.
And then retracted back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It was actually the pec and the tendon snapped in half. So, and that's what Jamie and stuff had done. Is Jamie had done it off the humerus bone. He hadn't done the pec and the tendon in half.
Correct.
So it was interesting in that regard. And then I spoke to the surgeon beforehand, and he just said that the muscles were too strong for the tendon.
Yeah.
But
for supporting structures.
So I mean, which happens. But as I said, is like I have lifted that weight many times.
Yeah.
And
so this is the question, is like, what happened?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
for people watching who are now terrified of, I don't think I'm ever going to bench press again, just saying.
No, I'm not benching again.
But for people watching who are like, fuck, how do I prevent that from happening to me? Like, what went wrong?
I think that was the thing, is like just prehab is like, I think I've been very tight through my chest. And I think that's where just the whole, like the scraping and the releasing of muscles is really what would have prevented this.
Do you think that it would have prevented it though? Because it's a pretty significant, like I think maybe if you'd pulled a pec or something, maybe it would have prevented it, but you tore the fucking pec and tendon in half.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know, because people have asked me and I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't fucking know, man. To be honest, maybe like this, I think it's just a series of unfortunate events. So maybe you're tight through the chest, maybe your mobility is not great at the moment, you've been doing a lot of benching, so you're putting those supporting structures under a lot of stress that they're perhaps not used to because you started powerlifting again. Plus, I don't know, maybe you've set it up and you're a little bit wider than you normally. I think there's not one thing.
I was taking a wider grip with my bench.
Yeah.
And I'd had a couple people who are in the industry and powerlifters who said, like, bring your fucking grip in.
Yeah.
Like, they actually mentioned me, like, bring your fucking grip in.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do a tear a pec.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I feel strong.
Yeah.
Next
minute.
But then they messaged me after, like, yeah, I look like a dickhead now because you fucking told me the last 3 weeks to bring my grip in. But, yeah, I think it's just a case of unfortunate events, really.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really like one thing that went wrong. I think, it's just multiples of things that went wrong.
Yeah.
But if you did see that video and it freaked you to fuck out, I guess a couple of take-home messages. The first one is make sure you stay on top of your shoulder mobility is probably the first one. The second one, it doesn't really even apply to this situation because, once again, it wasn't a weight that you hadn't lifted before.
Well, you look back at when we used to do a bit of powerlifting together and even throughout the years when you spotted me out time, how many times have I failed on bench press? Like, numerous.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried 1RMs and not got it and not got it and not got it on 1RMs.
Yeah. And not injured yourself.
And not injure myself in any way at all. Whereas this is a weight where the week before I probably could have got 170 very easy and probably could have got 170 for 2. So if you look at a percentage increase, it's not even a 3% increase.
It's a drop in the ocean.
Really. Like 10 kilos, 7. Yeah, it's less than it was 5-ish% increase. So it's not as if I'm just chucked an extra 20 on each side and thought, fuck it, I'll try it.
That's right. Which is what Jamie did when he tore his.
Yeah.
He went from like benching 120 to like 200 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, what did you kind of expect was going to happen? The body's going to fight back. But I think really the take home from yours is just stay on top of your mobility as much as you can and say a prayer before you bench heavy.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. And from a spotter's perspective, to make sure you don't hurt yourself spotting, be prepared right from when someone unracks a weight that, shit can go wrong.
Well, probably the thing is where you, like this. If you have a look, probably the racks. So obviously, the safety racks could have been higher and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the issue was, as you said, is I've done it before and both.
It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Yeah. It caught us both by surprise. I think is obviously, and we got defeated by the 180. Yeah. It took two souls.
But the good thing is now is I'm going to
2 muscles.
At least I'm going to train a bit more of like you now.
Yeah.
Get away from the sort of heavy compounds for a bit. And
dude, like I've said, my training philosophy has completely changed as I'm getting older and trying to extend my longevity in the sport. Is my mindset now is to try and build the most muscle possible with the least amount of weight.
Yeah.
Like you won't ever see me benching heavy. I just don't fucking do it anymore. I barely even, dumbbell press heavy. I'm the heaviest I'll go. I can still get 10 to 12 reps with. I'm never doing like 3 or 4 reps of anything. Definitely no 1RMs. I'm just not interested in it. The risk of injury is too high for me.
Especially bands as well, so, intensifying techniques.
Yeah, drop sets, rest pause, all that good shit. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask Neve.
8 questions for Ask Neve this week, and some pretty extensive questions here, so let's get straight into them. Gums13, hey guys, it's Stu from Ebbw South Wales in the UK. I hope you guys are good. This week I would like your thoughts on a business question. I currently run my own small construction company. I'm doing reasonably well. And without blowing my own trumpet too much, I'm really fucking good at my job. But it's not my passion. I'm currently at a crossroads of do I A, expand the business I'm now in, or B, start doing what I'm passionate about and make it a business. And he's got in parentheses there, fitness related. Thanks for the advice in advance. Stay massive. Stu, TMJ in the UK.
Look, I'm in 2 minds about this.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know that Gary Vee for people such as that would say follow your passion, live up and do what you want, wake up and do what you want to do.
Yeah, a lot of Gary's advice recently is just not practical though.
For example, I'm going to use a common example is people want to be a singer.
Yeah. But
you can't fucking sing.
Yeah.
There's so many people I know, and especially personal trainers, who think that getting into the fitness industry is going to make you big bucks because they see Callum Von Moger or those kind of Instagram guys who do make a good living out of the industry. But there's no one else that's making a good living out of the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Personal trainers aren't making a good living out of the fitness industry. Gym owners, 9 times out of 10, aren't making a good living out of the fitness industry.
Yeah.
I can't really think of too many people other than obviously successful businesses like MassiveJoes.
Yeah.
Where people are actually making a good or not better than average living out of the fitness industry.
Yeah.
The thing is, I guess it's all about, and then on another case that Gary goes down is, do you want to do it you're happy and make less money?
Yeah.
Or do you want to make a bit more money and do a job that you don't enjoy as much?
Yes.
That you're very good at. And obviously, if you're saying you're making a killing at your business and you're very good at it, you must like it to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you haven't said that you hate it. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, well, if you're pretty fucking good at it, you've got half a business mind.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I think that people who are good business minders can do is to build it up and then take a backward step perhaps and then look at, say, employing subcontractors or employing other staff to go and do the jobs for them.
Yeah.
So if you've got a very good name for yourself, let's just say you've got Joe's Carpentry, and you've built the business up over 3-4 years, and then you decide, look, I'm not really enjoying being on the tools as much. But that's when you can step back and say, well, do I perhaps want to look at just getting work using my, like, if you enjoy building businesses or whatever that may be, do you want to use your Instagram, your website, do those kind of things? You do more than marketing material kind of things for a business, and look at building a business that way. Then that way you can step out of the business of your on the tools and still be getting an income from other people really doing your work, but you're not in there doing the hard yards each day. I mean, for example, like with me owning a gym, is I don't really like personal training. And I've got the HIIT Center, which is a class-based gym. I would never want to take the classes, but I don't mind doing a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff and more of the management or more of the like business development stuff. I don't mind doing that kind of thing. So I think really, for me, it's one of two ways. Is all right, you may love something else, but you have to be very aware if you can actually make a business out of it. If it's actually going to be worthwhile walking away from a job, which it sounds like you're going good at and it's making you money, is it really worthwhile going out of that to something that you might like more, but actually once you get into doing, you might not like it that much. Probably a good thing could be doing is try and do it as a side job. So obviously if you're on site from say 7 till 5 each day on a construction site or whatever, then can you do that from 7 till 10 or 7 till 9, or let's just say it's personal training you want to get into, can you start training a couple of your mates on a Saturday morning free of charge and see if you enjoy doing that?
Yes.
If you do, then can you start building up the business on the side in those hours outside of the gym and say, well look, fuck, now I've got 10 trainers, 10 clients, so I've got 15 clients, they pay me $100 an hour, and suddenly you're making $1,000, $1,500, you're like, fuck, I can make a living off this. Well, then that's where you can make the decision and say, all right, well, I am enjoying this, I am making a pretty good wage out of this, I can see it's traveling in the correct right direction. I personally wouldn't walk away from your successful business to have a shot at something you've never done or don't know if you're actually going to be successful at.
Yes. Good answer. I think there's definitely a little bit of a balancing act between theory and practicality here. And I think that you've done a pretty good job of nailing that. I'm just going to add that, like, we talk a lot about making sure that you're passionate about what you do and following your passion and so on and so forth. I think sometimes people get confused because one of my big points is if you're going to start your own business, it needs to be something that you're passionate about. And I think some people kind of reverse engineer that and go, well, I should start a business in something that I'm passionate about. You don't have to turn all of your passions into a business. For some people, it's better to have a business or a career or whatever in something. Definitely you have to enjoy it. I'm definitely not an advocate for people doing something they hate just because the money's good, which is usually the situation. You definitely have to have some sort of enjoyment, but it's okay to have something you're passionate about that isn't your career or isn't your business, but it's just something you're passionate about. Because you got to understand as well, man, is there's definitely a delta between being passionate about something and being really good in it to the point, or really good at it to the point where you can actually make a business out of it. And there's a lot of things that people are passionate about that there's just no business opportunity in as well. So, there's a little bit of a delta there to consider also, but I think your answer is really good.
The other thing just want to touch on as well is like stuff like obviously being a personal trainer, because that's what a lot of people get into in the fitness industry. Is when I was a personal trainer, I thought, I want to get into be a personal trainer because I love the gym. This is talking 10 plus years ago, is become a personal trainer because I enjoy the the fitness industry. I want to be in a gym all day. Fuck, sounds great. But then when you're there and you have to like walk around and try and gain clients and chat to people, and then you're training people and you're listening to their excuses and these kind of things, you get very sick of the gym. And then when it came time to me training myself, I didn't actually...
You lose the passion.
I lost the passion. I didn't enjoy being at the gym. And as soon as my shift finished, at 4 o'clock, I clocked off and shot home. Where normally I'd come and train for 2.5 hours, but I just wanted to get out of that environment. And it became a chore going to the gym. So it's just another thing where, I don't really... I do think...
Sometimes it's best to keep your passion as not a business. Because by trying to make a business out of it, you might actually lose the passion. I think that's what you're trying to say.
And I think something that Joe just said then is if it's your passion, you're going to put in those extra hours because you enjoy it. If you want to start a carpentry business, for example, and you want to make tables and you fucking love making tables, you're going to go work from 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. every night making stuff because you enjoy making tables or making whatever it may be. But if you're not passionate about it and you don't like woodworking and like, all right, I'm going to start a lawn mowing business, but I really fucking hate making mowing lawns, you're not going to go out and do it and put as much effort into it and go above and beyond all those kind of things and work that extra 2 hours.
And I think that's what I was trying... I did a pretty shit job of articulating it, but I think that's what I was trying to say earlier, is we're saying if you're pursuing a business, make sure you're passionate about what you're pursuing. If you're pursuing a passion, you don't have to make a business out of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But in your case, Stu, if you got a good business and it's doing well and you're fucking good at it...
Just crush, man.
And that's what I'm trying to say as well. If it's something you want to do, if fitness is, start doing it on the outside. Start doing it from 7 to 2 every day. 7 to 2 every day is 7 hours times by 7 days a week. There's 49 hours a week you can spend on your... It's probably more than you're spending at your full-time jobs as it is at the moment. So,
Jamie Larson. Hey, guys. Jamie here from Tauranga, New Zealand. We've gone coast to coast on planet Earth. Thanks for answering my question a few weeks back about my caloric surplus. I first want to say that I really appreciate the valuable and honest content that you both put out. You are more than welcome. Your content has been non-existent recently, though.
Matt,
I'm just going to put that out there.
Do you want me to post just like me, here's me on the couch. Here's me on the couch.
Yeah. Something. Thanks again.
Check out my brand new TMJ sling.
Sling. The new slings coming soon. Performance slings. My question this week is regards to business. Another business question. You have both talked about how you need to be passionate about your business. I run an online business and I love it, but I'm not passionate about it. Fuck, is this the same question? Is this a piss take? I have found my why that Joe has talked about, and that is my family and creating a better life for them. This has always been my why and drive. So I guess my question is, if the business is doing well, do I still try and create a business around what I'm passionate about or continue with the established business that I love? Thanks, guys, and stay massive. Insert answer from the last 10 minutes. No, legit, it's actually exactly the same question. So, Jamie, we just answered. I think Jamie and even though they live on other sides of the planet, they are in sync with each other.
I think it's great that you found your why. I just want to expand on that. Obviously, everyone has to have a why or why that is, why they're doing what they do. And I saw your post, Joe, so I know what you're referring to. So Joe actually did a post on that last night. Yeah, it was last night.
I did.
And that why could be anything. A lot of people, as you've said in the past, Joe, is like family and what they've come from in the past and where they started and what they didn't have when they came to Australia, etc. is your why or one of your whys. But if your why, like Andy Frisella, is a Lamborghini or whatever that may be, is there's nothing wrong with that either. It's great that you're for different people at different stages of their life, their whys are going to be very different. But I think having that why is a big thing because it will give you drive behind. I think if you've got that passion though, if you're going, let's just quickly just touch on this though.
You've said you love what you do, man. You know, you love what you do. You're saying the business is doing well. I think it would be quite stupid to walk away from that and pursue something that you're passionate about just because you're not feeling that passionate about the business. Like Neve said, taste it a little bit. You know, go 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. for, a month, couple of months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and see, have a bit of a taste. And you may do exactly what we mentioned to Stu, something that you think you're passionate about, when you try and turn that into a business, you actually lose the passion for it.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing as well is you run an online business.
Yeah.
So you can really do that at any time of the day.
Yeah.
Really, I guess.
Well, it depends. It depends the scale. It depends what the business is.
But
There's a lot of variables.
But a lot of thing is like online businesses, though. Let's just say you can work from it wherever, whenever. Let's say.
Yeah.
In the perfect world.
Yeah.
So you do have the time during the day or later at night where you can perhaps try and switch them around for a bit.
Yeah.
Or on the weekends. I think that's a big thing is people forget about the weekends. You've got from Friday night at. This is me back at when I was at school. But I used to count from 4 p.m. Friday finishing school till 9 a.m. Monday morning. But when you actually look at that amount of time, you've got like 70 something hours, like 80 hours. That's a lot of time to be working on your passion, which is more than what you just spent hours at work
in the week. Yeah,
in the week,
100%.
in those 2 days. So if you really want to, and if it's online or whatever you want to do, is just use that weekend time as well.
Yeah. Spencer Thomas. Hey fellas, I hope all is well. It's Spencer Thomas from Llanelli, South Wales. We're going back to the UK for this one, Neve. My question this week is, as a big fan of MassiveJoes and all the content you guys do, I have noticed the big following you have from the UK. It's actually our third biggest following. US is number 1, believe it or not. On social media, I'm saying. Australia is number 2, UK is number 3. Have you or would you ever considering opening a MassiveJoes in the UK, as it would be amazing to have the sort of supplement store here in the UK, as there are not many around. Thanks guys for your time to answer my questions each and every week.
I'll answer for Joe, but the hard thing about having a store in the UK is one location in the UK.
Yeah.
Is all right, we're going to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
The people within a 10-kilometre radius can go to that store.
Yeah. Spencer Thomas in Llanelli, South Wales, is not going to Liverpool to buy his supplements every month.
That's probably the biggest issue, and I mean, it's been asked, and it used to get asked a lot about the US as well. It's all right, great, let's go to Washington, or let's go to New York City, put one in Brooklyn. Great, now people in fucking Brooklyn, in Manhattan, aren't going there because they're driving past 27 GNCs on their own street.
Yeah.
Is people... Yeah, I mean, obviously it's great to go there. I'd say come to Adelaide and experience all 9 stores here.
Pierre did, the buff bobcat.
Yeah.
That's how he got around the problem.
But it's just more that thing of like how actual big the UK is. People in Adelaide or in Melbourne complain driving 30 minutes somewhere.
Yeah.
Generally, like you've got those customers.
And we get people in, like you're on the other side of the world, Spencer. We have people in Australia, in Brisbane. When are you putting a MassiveJoes in Brisbane? People in, I don't know, name a suburb in Melbourne that's far from Coburg.
Like other side of the river, like.
Pick a suburb in Melbourne. When are you putting a MassiveJoes in
Footscray?
Footscray. When are you putting a MassiveJoes in like a suburb of Melbourne? Like, fuck, we've got one in Coburg. It's a 30-minute drive. Yeah, but it's too far away.
Yeah. That's the issue.
This is the problem. Phil Spencer. Hey guys, Phil here from Chester in the UK. I think we definitely have to put one in Chester though. Phil and Pierre.
We could have 2 customers.
We could have 2 customers. This week, I thought I would stick with another question on the business side of all things. Fine, this is a business show now. I don't mind it. As your advice and knowledge has been amazing. About this time of year, I carry out mid-year performance reviews with my team to measure their performance against defined goals and objectives.
So do we.
Yep.
I got mine tomorrow, so if you don't see me next week.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, let's try next week.
No, it's tomorrow, isn't it?
No, it's fucking next week.
Oh, there we go. I don't even know what mine is.
Oh, shit the bed. It's next week.
Oh, that's
Fuck,
right.
I hope it's next week.
No, it's seriously today because the retail's next Thursday. HQ's tomorrow.
No, it's definitely not. Listen, I'll let you go because you've been away for a few weeks.
I got a fucking email about it.
But it's definitely not tomorrow. Anyway, back to Phil's question.
I'm going to have a look at this.
You should. This is my first...
Thursday, August 1st. So I got a week.
This is my first year with my new team, so I'd be really interested to know how you prepare and conduct your team performance reviews, and what you do to incentivize and reward your employees when good performance is achieved, and what you put into place when poor performance is observed. Thanks again for all your advice, and as always, stay massive.
I'll let you answer this because you've got a new form this year coming soon.
We do. Yeah, so Phil, we don't wait until the mid-year performance reviews to review performance. We are consistently reviewing performance on a weekly and monthly basis throughout the year. Each manager's KPI meetings with Big Neve, and then Neve's summary of KPI meetings with me happens every week. And then we review performance of the different parts of the business every month at both our retail store monthly meetings and our MJHQ monthly meetings. So we definitely don't wait until these mid-year reviews. What these mid-year reviews are about is how people are kind of tracking longer term within the business. So, how have they done over the last 12 months? As a big picture, not month by month. Where are they looking to go within the business within the next 12 months? How do we feel they are progressing as an employee? Do we feel that they have progressed forwards? Do we feel that they have progressed backwards a little bit? Where are they kind of standing? Where do we see them in the business? Where do they see themselves in the business? It's more of like a higher level, bigger picture snapshot of how employees are performing within the business. So I guess to answer your questions in specific, to know how you prepare and conduct your team performance reviews, so I've just mentioned the weekly and monthly. These annual ones is all of the managers within the business get a form that they fill out effectively with specific questions that we want them to answer, which are primarily targeted at that bigger picture, higher level, longer term type snapshot of how they're progressing within the business. And then we go through those in the performance review with our HR manager. What do you do to incentivize and reward your employees? Depending on what part of the business the employees are in, some managers have performance-based bonuses, which once again are paid and are incentivized monthly. And then what do you put into place when poor performance is observed? People get fired. Did you like that dramatic pause there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think that's it, really, for that question. Shane Lehman. Hey, boys. Shane from Golden Grove here in Adelaide, South Australia. I've been training solidly for 30 years now, and I still love it. A couple of years ago, I was a bit heavier because I never really focused 100% on macros and diet. Then I did a cut and dropped 15 kegs, which was good. But then I started a reverse diet and gained 4 to 5 kegs. But then started to just maintain from there as I didn't want to bulk too much. I guess I'm sort of a stalemate at what to do at my age. I always did a bro split, but last 6 months I've been upper, lower, both twice a week. Upper, lower. It's interesting. I know I've reached my genetic limits at 49 years of age and a lifelong natty, so just wondering your thoughts on how to approach training at this age. It's funny, still feeling like you're in your 20s, but thinking, do I just try to maintain a decent physique or enjoy training and not worry too much about the gains anymore?
I mean, I'm not a 49, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
So I give you like what I would have done or what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at 49, there's still ways that you can do, like even just a natural test booster for things like that.
100%.
Increase your testosterone level.
100%.
So I don't think there's sort of something like your age is as much of probably. This is just very general, so it's nothing really directly at Shane, but your age is really a defining, or genetic limit as such. There's a lot of ways to naturally boost your testosterone, and that's probably going to be obviously your main muscle building blockade, I guess. At 49 is natural test levels, but like a natural test booster like core hard to lower that estrogen. Plus there's a lot of foods that naturally increase testosterone. There's a lot of ways to naturally increase testosterone and decrease estrogen on a natural level, which will help you with muscle gaining.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, like 2 days a week of upper body, lower body, you're probably not going to get as great a results as what you could if you had a different split. I probably wouldn't do a 2 day or sort of 4 day upper body, lower body because you've still got 3 days there, and it's very hard to hit those muscles enough to warrant growth, especially as a natty.
Yeah.
With like hitting a muscle group once a week. I think you need to hit it a bit more frequently than that.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say if you're doing legs, you might be splitting up quads, glutes and calves, and then doing a hamstring day another day, for example, or hamstrings and glutes another day.
Yeah.
And I don't think as a 49-year-old natty, hitting it once a week, you're probably going to be able to make those gains you need to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of room to be move in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is like your body's a lot more anabolic at a lower body fat. So I guess it's just trying to see exactly what your body fat's at.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, this is no disregard to shame because I don't know shame, but people are quite often chubbier than they think they are.
Yes.
And even myself, I think I'm looking good, but then actually if you stand back from an objective point of view, you are actually carrying a little bit more fat than what you think you are.
Yes.
I've found from personal experience when my body fat's been around that 9-10%, I actually put on muscle a lot easier.
Perfect.
Because my muscle is anabolic and that increased body fat is you do get increased estrogen as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably probably three of my goals or three of my advices, for lack of a better term, is look at natural test boosters and where you can naturally increase testosterone from lifestyle decisions and food choices. Number 2 is change your body split up. I wouldn't even say a bro split, but like look at push-pull legs, for example. Push-pull legs, rest, push-pull legs, rest, push-pull legs, rest. A 6-day split, I think, is going to be much more beneficial for you than just a upper body, lower body, 2 days each or a 4-day split. And yeah, as I said, number 3 is look at dropping that little bit of body fat you do have and becoming more anabolic that way.
And I think just that last sentence there, Shane, where you've said, I'm just thinking, do I try to maintain a decent physique and enjoy training? Or enjoy training and not worry so much about the gains anymore. I think the two probably go hand in hand. The more you enjoy your training, provided that you're sticking to your diet and your macros are on point, the more you enjoy your training, the easier it's going to be to maintain that decent physique.
Once you find what works for you as well, and if you've known how to drop fat, so you know sort of a rough calorie guide of what your body needs to be at 80 kilos, to be at 85 kilos, you know what that macro looks like, you know what that amount of cardio needs to be. If you need to be, obviously, stuff like enjoying it is something that you could do is simplify it down and say, well, look, I'm not going to do cardio, I just want to aim for 10,000 steps a day or something like that, and I'm just going to get 10,000 steps in with my dog. And walk your dog for 10,000 steps a day. Stuff like that, which will help with fat loss, but it's still just out walking your dog. You set yourself a goal of 10,000 steps. Something like that, I think, is a lot more better than saying, fuck, I've got to do 45 minutes on the stepper today. It is make goals that are enjoyable to you. If I personally say I need to lose weight and I'm going to go do 45 minutes of the stepper post-workout, I'm going to hate life. I'm not going to do it. But if I put it down as a cardio that I enjoy, like walking my dog and say 10,000 steps, it's going to be something I want to do.
I got a way of describing this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got an acronym for it.
KISS?
No. We've made a t-shirt with it on it.
If Official Lifestyle?
That's the one, baby. IIFYL. D Walker Fitness. Hey guys, Damien from Stoke in the UK. A lot of UK questions today, man. I'm not sure if anyone is in the same boat as me, but I love the long videos such as Weekly Word and Sup Wars, etc. for my cardio sessions. My question to you guys is, do you listen to music or watch videos during cardio? If so, what? I listen to podcasts.
I'll listen to YouTube videos. If I'm on my own. Gary V or... Watch a bit of Randall.
Why do you listen to YouTube videos? Because they're not available in the podcast?
Well, Gary V probably. But I mean, it's just easier because I can go to Gary V's YouTube channel and see what his latest video is. Or I can go to Randall Pictures and see his latest YouTube. Or I can go.
How's Randall doing?
Yeah, it's alright.
Is that right? Doing
they put a new gym in his warehouse.
Ooh, nice. In the Live Fit?
Yeah, and then he put his don't worry. But yeah, it's gone alright, I think. But watching like stuff like that, as I'd rather watch. I enjoy watching like people talking and doing the Joe Rogan podcasts. I guess I'm the same as you, really, is podcasts, and I don't really need to see the video to listen to what they're saying, so it really could be podcast form.
Could be.
But,
Devin Foley. Hey guys, Devin.
I did watch the new Ed Sheeran. I did listen to the new Ed Sheeran a couple times.
Oh, good.
Have you heard it?
No.
It's like collaborations.
I don't listen to Ed Sheeran.
It's got like Bieber, and he's got a song with Eminem and 50 Cent on there.
Not really. The first name you said was Bieber and Ed Sheeran. Still not up my alley.
What about Ed, Eminem and 50?
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah.
Mind you, the song that Eminem and Ed did was fucking not good.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was not good.
He has some different people
Not
on
good.
there.
It's not good.
I think he's got Travis Scott on there.
Devin Foley. Listen, I'll take your word for it. I'm still not listening to Ed Sheeran's album. Devin from San Jose, California, in the US of A. If you magically had an extra hour of free time each day, what would you do with it? No fitness or business related activities allowed. I was going to say I'd probably work, but we said no fitness or business. I'd probably read, to be honest. My reading has been shit lately. I've been that fucking busy. I can't remember the last time I actually picked up a book and sat and read for 10 pages. It's horrible.
As stupid it is, but like
It's probably been a month, a good month, I reckon. Which for me, like I usually read 10 to 20 pages a day. So I'm like, I've missed a whole book easily.
I don't know. I always find that I'm running out of time to do like just annoying tasks in the day.
Yeah.
Like cleaning,
Yeah.
vacuuming, walking the dogs, shopping.
Life. Let's just call it life. If you had an extra hour of day, you would do life. I would read. I would fill my brain with more brain gains. Last question, of course, is going to our good friend Pierre, the Buff Bobcat, from Chester in the UK. My question this week comes in the form of a request. Please, can you break down the why scenario for the viewers? You touched on this in your post recently, Joe. Everyone's talking about my why post. Love it. But I'd love to hear more about it. What Neve uses to keep driven and to clear up comments I keep getting in my DMs. I think a lot of people are held back from great success because they plan too small, micro, and don't set up these big I might fail goals, macro. As an example over here, I have mates going all in with their training thinking that getting fitter is the main goal. It simply isn't. And as much as I try to explain, I can't. My vision seems too extreme to comprehend, so I was hoping you could knock this one out the park. Have another epic week, brothers. Peace out. Pierre.
You want to explain your why scenario?
Well, I'm assuming everyone's seen my post, so I'm not going to repeat it. If you haven't, go to my Instagram at Joseph Mencel. It's on screen at the moment. Throw us a follow and check out. It'll be one of my most recent posts on finding your why or what's your why. The way you get there, PM, is actually to ask yourself why. So take a particular goal and ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? And answer the question. And then take that answer and ask the same question. Why is that important? And take that answer and ask the same question. And keep asking why, until you get to something where you can't ask yourself that question. There is no chunking it further back from there. There is no breaking it further down. There is no underlying motivator, because that is the underlying motivator. That is your true why. If you can take a goal, for example, I want to lose 10 kilos of body fat, and you can ask yourself, well, why is that important to me? And there is an answer for that, then losing the 10 kilos of body fat is not your why. It's a short-term goal. And everyone can answer that question, because losing 10 kilos of body fat is not a why. It's a short-term goal. There is an underlying motivator for it. And behind that underlying motivator, there's probably another one. And behind that underlying motivator, there's probably another one. And you keep going and going and going until you peel back the layers of this onion until you get to the core, and the core is your actual why. That's how you do it, quite simply. And I can't tell you what it's going to be for any particular person, because for every particular person, it's going to be different. I can give you general areas. For people who have families and children, most of the time, their why is going to be around their family and in particular their children. Most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. If you are someone who doesn't have a family and doesn't have children, your why is probably going to be predicated on things that have happened in your past, or sacrifices that have been made for you to be in a particular place and have particular opportunities, which is where my why is based, because I don't have a family and I don't have children. Most of the time, that's where it's going to sit. Not all of the time, most of the time. It varies from person to person. So those are the guidelines. But how you get there, Pierre, is you keep asking why, until you can't answer the question because you have got to your absolute why. That's it.
Yep.
You got no input?
No, I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Look, Pierre, personally for motivation, I use goals. Me personally, that's what I find works for myself.
Yeah.
I think, my why is...
Listen,
ask that question
a lot of the
anymore.
people who I've spoken to about it, because I get a lot of questions about this as well, Pierre. You can imagine I do a post about finding your why, and my fucking DM blows up with people. How do I find my why? I don't think I found my why. Can you help me find my why? And I'm more than happy to help people, absolutely. So I have a lot of experience with kind of helping people find this. And that's why I can say, generally speaking, if you have a family and young children, it's going to be based on them, or any children, it's going to be based on them. If you don't, it's going to be based on something in your past. But specific examples, obviously my specific example, you guys have seen on my Instagram and on the posts that I do about it, you know exactly where that comes from. It comes from the sacrifices that have been made by my parents and my parents' parents for me to have the opportunities that I have today. Other people, for example, perhaps they didn't have the upbringing that they wanted, or they didn't have the opportunities that they wanted when they were young, even though their parents busted their ass to give them everything that they could give. But they want more than that for themselves and for their family moving forward. So that becomes their why. They want to be able to take control of their own future and give themselves opportunity that perhaps they didn't have, or they weren't afforded in their childhood. For other people, extending that, it's to give their children the most opportunity that they can, because perhaps they didn't have those opportunities when they were a child. Those are just some particular examples of people's whys.
So how do you differentiate that between like life goals though, of just say like, all right, instead of if your parents, okay, your parents didn't have much money growing up.
Yes.
And you had a reasonable. You're from just a middle class family, probably like myself.
Yeah.
And you got your family could afford things, but you were not rich or not extremely well off, and you couldn't just go on holidays whenever you wanted, that kind of thing.
Sure.
So I mean, when would you use that as your why compared to aiming to save for a house or wanting to live in a particular house? I mean, me personally, I have a goal to live in a particular kind of house, for example. So I use that as my goal, as a financial kind of goal, is to live in a particular house. But then I wouldn't use that why as like my family. You know what I'm getting at here?
I know what you're getting at, but I think you're a little bit misdirected. I think that is your why. Whether you like to admit it or not, the house is a goal.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why is achieving that goal important to you? Well, because you didn't have it when you were growing up.
But I think for me, just
and that's nothing against your parents. That's not, that's it's not a judgment call at all. It's what your ultimate driver is inside of you that makes you go, you know what? I want to live in that house. I want to achieve that particular aesthetic look with my fitness. I want to achieve this. I want to achieve that. Why are those goals important to you? For some people, achievement in general is not important. Security is important. So they want to have a stable job. Well, why is that important to someone? Well, maybe growing up they didn't have stability. I don't know.
It's interesting because, I mean, just me personally, as I said, is whenever I've tried to do something, I've always just broken it down into goals. Short, medium, and long-term goals. And that's just why I've really never looked at it. And I guess I've never really looked at why, and I probably still haven't looked into it deep enough. But like if there's a gym goal, for example, powerlifting, is to deadlift 300 kilos.
Yes.
Or is to bench 4 plates.
Yes.
There's no real why in that.
No, but there is.
But that's what I don't. No. But that's what I don't look at though. I'm just saying there probably is down deeper if I dig deeper. But for me, I've always gone, all right, I want to deadlift 300. That's cool. That's 300. All right, now I want to deadlift 317.5 because that's 700 pounds. Or I've always set myself, achieved a goal, set a new goal. I want to buy an SS Commodore. All right, I bought that. Now my next goal is to buy a Maloo, HSV Maloo. Got that. My next goal is a Range Rover. Got that. My next goal is a AMG C63. Whatever it may be. Is I've always sort of looked at that as my goal, and why I've worked harder, or all right, this summer I want to get to 8% body fat or 7% body fat, or want to have shredded abs, or whatever that may be, or a Christmas tree, whatever that physique goal may be.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just been my motivation factor, is those goals, rather than...
So then you need to go a little bit deeper, and you need to say, well, why is achieving goals important to me? Generally speaking, regardless of what the particular goal is, why is it important that I achieve those goals? And then what motivates me to then, once I've achieved it, go and achieve another one? Because most people don't do that. Most people achieve a goal that they've set and go, beautiful, done.
A lot of people...
So there is a driver there, Neve. There is an underlying why.
A lot of people... That's the problem with a lot of people with goal setting.
Yeah.
Is that once they achieve it...
They don't know where to go.
They don't know where to go, and then they fall into like depression and those kind of scenarios.
100%. I was listening to a podcast.
A lot of people...
Yesterday. Ed Marlette's most recent podcast, he interviewed a guy who has won 2 World Series in baseball, and after he won the 2nd World Series, tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
That exact scenario that you're talking about, because he achieved what his ultimate goal was 2 times, achieved it, and then was like, oh, fuck, why am I still here? And tried to neck himself.
Yeah. I won't name names, but even on Facebook yesterday, I saw a certain individual had a post, and they're from their heritage is from a different country.
Yeah.
They've always wanted to know where they grew up and wanted to go to where they're from, and they went there just recently.
Yeah.
Now they're back in Adelaide, and they've had to go to hospital for depression.
Yeah.
Because their whole life, they're 20, 25, whatever they've been, I don't know how old they are,
yeah.
but the 20, 25 years of their life, they've always thought about going home to see where I grew up, or where my mum was born, who I never met because I'm adopted, that kind of stuff. But as soon as they've got there, now they've come home, like, fuck, I've spent 25 years, my whole life, looking at this.
You know what I feel, Neve? I feel an episode of the Massive Joe Show, bro. I think Pierre has planted the seed.
He's done it again.
He's planted the seed. We do need to record tomorrow.
But yeah, I see what you're totally getting at, and probably that is breaking things down for me to a deeper level. But yeah, I guess for me, I've just always sort of had those goals in terms of more goals that I sort of work towards. But then I guess that's where I do is I snap out of it, and then I set new goals quite rapidly.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe that's what I'm doing correctly, is once I've achieved a goal, is set a new goal.
You are.
A funny thing is, though, and my dad brought this up with me, is I often get down on myself.
Bobby Mills.
I'm not depressed or anything, but I get very angry at myself and get down on myself because I set goals so high.
Yes.
And when I don't achieve them, I let it get to me.
Yep.
Which is another
because
thing.
Achievement's a core value of yours.
Yeah.
But you need to figure out where that comes from. And that's going to be your why.
Yeah.
Or very close to it. Fucking Pierre.
Yeah.
He's done it again. He always plants them, man. He plants those fucking
Maybe we should get Bobby in as well.
I reckon. Why the fuck not? Guys, that's a wrap for MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 161. Big Neve, do you have anything else you'd like to add before I tell the viewers?
Good to be back.
It is good to be back, man. It's good to have you back. And it's good to be back in the filming studio. I literally I've done like no videos.
I know.
Since you did your pec, I did my hamstring. Because I had the Brisbane Fitness Expo on there and travelled to fucking the other side of the country. And
mate, like, you haven't done a post. You haven't done anything. Joe Rogan hasn't done anything. Nobody's done anything.
I did the Massive Joe Show last week by myself.
No,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but that got released on the last Friday, the last day I had off.
Charted, top 50 on iTunes, just saying.
66. You got to 66.
No, I went into the 50s.
Thank
you very much.
Just like, I saw 66.
No, that's what I posted 66, and then went a little bit higher, and then went backwards. Fuckers. I want that number 1 spot. Bitch. Anyway, that might be tomorrow's episode. Anyway, it's good to be back. Do you have anything else you'd like to add before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC. Hit the fucking bell, guys, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next week, where we coming to and from, Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.